Do you know how the government prints money? This is where they print money. They start with a special kind of paper made mostly of 75% cotton and 25% linen, which is very strong and lasts a long time. The first step is to make this special paper. People and computers carefully watch the whole process. Everyone using the materials for the paper must report any problems. Once the paper is made, they cut it into specific sizes. Then the paper goes to the printing machines. First, they add shiny strips to the paper using heat and pressure. After that, they cut the paper again into the exact sizes for different dollar bills. Then, it goes to another machine that prints the colorful backgrounds. The special paints used here are secret and very secure. Workers put the different colors of paint onto rollers. The paper goes through the machine one sheet at a time. A machine picks up the printed paper and puts it on a conveyor belt. This machine prints the numbers on the bills. This special ink changes color depending on how you look at it, making it harder to copy. Next, another machine uses special plates to print raised lettering and pictures. These plates are very important and kept safe because criminals want them. The machine prints very fast, making many 10,000 sheets per minute. Workers then turn the bills over and blow air on them to dry them quickly. They then cut the printed bills to the exact size, count them using a super-fast machine, and finally package them. After that, workers vacuum seal the bills. What would you do if you worked there?
It's amazing. this video, he speaks the truth about modern shoe wear. Make sure you watch until the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
Modern conventional footwear is a scam. And there are several levels to this, so stay tuned to the end. For one, you have the modern footwear over here, which constricts a child's or adult's foot and makes it form toes that don't look like the way your feet were born and intended to look, which is spread out toes. Ancient giant footprints show the same toe spread, which is spread out, but then if you look at this guy's foot, it's crunched together from modern day footwear. Now you can still wear shoes, just a different kind of shoe. They call them barefoot shoes. They allow your feet to be more spread open where your toes are and not crunch your toes in like that, which gives you less stability, less agility. These are not the way our feet are supposed to be formed. Now, healthy feet will help you have healthy balance, posture, mobility. This will change the way your organs function. If you're all gimped, hunched over because your feet aren't working right, this affects your whole body. It's the foundation of our body. Standing up is our feet. So forget about the shape of modern day shoes, which is not proper. But how about the production, the mass production of modern day footwear? Back in the day, they used natural materials and formed them properly. Nowadays, we have massive factories in Asia pumping out toxic plastic shoes, which off-gas and absorb into your feet, which are like sponges. Your feet absorb, your skin absorbs everything it touches. Your feet are going to absorb the toxic chemicals that are in all these mass-produced shoes. Next, and perhaps one of the most unfortunate effects of wearing conventional shoes is that you're cut off from the electromagnetic healing effects of the earth. When you're bare feet or wearing grounding shoes, you are connected and you are connected to all those electrons, which massively assist your body's health. The earth is like a battery. Wearing shoes cut you off from them unless they're natural.
Right here, right here. Ask him how come. No, Italiano. Ask him how come Jesus is black too. Ha detto perché il padre Gesù perché così bianco e poi quadro.
Perché questo quadro è molto antico, è del secolo dicono che è di San Luca. Allora lo hanno fatto parecchio a come erano le gente là, non erano nere, erano un po' scuri.
Non erano neri.
No, erano un po', ma questi con gli anni ha preso un colore un po' più scuro.
Però lei ha detto che è dell'epoca.
Sì, è uno dei più antichi che ci sono.
Why do white people always get black people shit? Why in the fuck are there pictures of a black Jesus in a vault in Moscow, Russia? No, we're not asking the right questions. See, everyone's excited like, oh, they didn't give us shit. Why do y'all have that? How long has it been there? How did it get there? And what else is down there? I got more questions.
Okay, we're looking at the sun again this morning. Today's date is March the 24th, 2024. I captured this on March the 20th at 7 a.m. and the time now is almost 8 o'clock and we have the sun looking like this again. Again, there's a planet underneath it. We're here in Lower Alabama. Sorry, you guys, trying to zoom in. And it's still pulsating really strongly like it was the other day. So yeah, I'm trying to zoom in, you guys, to see how it's still pulsating. And it's even pulsating like this even to the naked eye. I'm trying to get it closer. Sorry, you guys, I'm zooming in and zooming out trying to get it. There we go. And my son, he's only 6. He says, wow, mommy, look at the sun. So yeah, you guys, God is amazing. Y'all have a blessed morning. Stay safe.
I seen a girl say that they put the liquor stores and the smoke shops in black neighborhoods for a reason, and it's because they want to keep us down. And I wanted to share my little spiel on that. The ghetto didn't become the ghetto by coincidence. This was done by redlining. They pushed us into these neighborhoods and they refused to give us loans. They refused to give us houses. They refused to give us jobs. They kept us in these neighborhoods for a fucking reason. And while we were in these neighborhoods scrambling and struggling for money, you know what they did? They dump guns in our neighborhoods, and they dump drugs in our neighborhoods. And oh, you guys are so bad. You guys are so ghetto. You guys are so this. How else were we going to make money if you planted these things in our fucking neighborhood? When they say that cops plant things on black men or black women, that's not no fucking lie. They've been doing this shit since the 1900s. Come on. And although we aren't physically fucking shackled anymore, the racism, they're funneling it through our laws, through our schools, through our institutions, through our economy. It's just hidden now. That's all. And we gotta wake the fuck up, for real. It's no fucking coincidence that it's a liquor store on every corner. It's no fucking coincidence that it's a smoke shop on every fucking corner. But you walk onto the suburban neighborhoods and it's the finest grocery stores, the finest workout shit. It's the best of the best of the best. The roads are better. The houses are better. It's the libraries and it's the bookstores and it's the Pilates and it's the doctors and it's this and it's that and it's this and it's that. They have all the resources for a better life. Do we? When we're so tempted by fucking $10 liquor every time we walk by, or fucking a nasty ass McDonald's, or this or that. And listen, the best way to keep somebody into prison is to make them believe that they're not fucking in prison. Because let's talk about it. They've been even trying to break up black families since fucking forever. Back when Pruitt-Igoe, take some time to research it because that's a whole thing in itself. Back when Pruitt-Igoe was tore down, they made low-income housing by redlining. They made low-income housing for the people that suffer from Pruitt-Igoe. Okay, cool. Even to live there, they had the harshest, most strict rules or you would end up fucking homeless. They would do checks to go make sure that everybody was doing everything. And one of the biggest rules was the man couldn't stay in the house. The man of the house couldn't sleep in the fucking house. Come on now. If it's one thing I learned while getting older, nothing is a coincidence. Nothing.
A lot of us gotta admit that our people ain't passing nothing down to us. A lot of us ain't getting nothing passed down to us. For real, what did your parents give you? Besides anxiety and debt and stress. A lot of us, we ain't getting nothing. We got some love. I don't want to say all the bad things because some of them, they loved us. They gave us our love, their love. But what we gonna do with their love? Thank you, but what, can I go buy some groceries with this? Can I go get me a house with this? No, I can't. I can't. We got to start passing more stuff down. We got to pass down tactics to be able to defend themselves. We got to pass down businesses so they can feed themselves. We got to pass down the right mindsets that, hey, man, think, grow, and be able to embrace when you wrong. Be able to embrace your emotions because it's cool to be mad. It's cool to be sad. But what do you do? What do you react when you get these feelings?
What happens if you get shot? Even a bullet from a small revolver travels at a speed of 2,000 kilometers per hour. Due to its high speed and small size, it exerts a lot of pressure even on a small part of the body. First, the bullet tears through the person's skin and advances. If it encounters a bone along the way, it can break that too, tearing through organs and blood vessels as it goes. If you get shot, a hole will be made inside your body and blood will start to flow out. First, you should know what not to do. Putting something hot on the wound will not stop the bleeding, and you should not attempt to remove the bullet in any way. It is possible to live many years with the bullet still inside the body, and you should not try to close the wound with dirt or glue. 9 out of 10 deaths from shootings occur due to blood loss. You should put a cloth inside the wound and another on top, pressing down with your hand. This will stop most of the bleeding, and then you should call someone for help.
If you get a splinter, most people just go ahead and pull them out. But sometimes they get lodged so deep into your skin that you can't reach them. If the area gets infected, it will start to swell as pus forms under the skin. This creates pressure around the splinter that can sometimes push it upwards towards the skin's surface. And if you're lucky, after a certain period of time, your body could have completely removed it from your skin. Have you ever wondered why your microwave has this mesh grating? Well, the reason is actually really important. You see, microwaves work by producing electromagnetic radiation. This directly heats the water molecules in your food. But if you were exposed to microwaves, it would heat the water molecules inside of you. At first, you'd feel warm as the water in your body begins to heat up. And if you were exposed long enough, it could cause burns and slowly cook your internal organs. And this is why they added the mesh grating. It keeps the radiation on the inside of the microwave. When a gun shoots a bulletproof vest, the bullet will hit and possibly tear through the first layer. These vests are made with multiple layers of super tough fibers that catch and slow down the bullet. Upon impact, the vest's fibers disperse the bullet's force, lessening it. And while the impact can still cause broken ribs and bruising, the vest keeps the bullet from entering your body. If you were floating in space and your suit suddenly disappeared, most people think your body would just explode under the pressure. But that's not actually the case. You see, the first thing that would happen is you would immediately lose all of the air in your lungs. This would be quickly followed by your skin swelling as your bodily fluids start to vaporize. And in just a few seconds, you would lose consciousness due to lack of oxygen. If you went away from the sun, over the span of a few months, your body would freeze as it floated into the abyss.
If someone's been stabbed in the stomach or abdomen, there are a handful of easy steps you need to take to save their lives before the EMTs arrive. Let me teach you those steps. What's up, TikTok? It's Doc. The first step is safety. When you approach the scene, assess the danger of the situation. If the person is still in danger, remove them from that situation. Do not begin treatment in the danger, lest you become another casualty. The second step is to stabilize the patient. This means to make sure that they do not move, because anytime you have penetrating trauma to the abdomen, we assume that it has caused a spinal injury, and movement on spinal injuries will worsen them. Hence, we need to stabilize the patient first, then stabilize the object. If the object remains in the wound, do not remove it. Leave it in there and don't pull the plug. Obviously, if it isn't in the wound anymore, don't put it back. But stabilize the patient, stabilize the object. The third step is to stop the bleed and contain the exposed organs. We're going to want to expose the wound, so we're going to cut away around the wound. Once we have exposed the wound, we're going to contain and stop the bleeding with a t-shirt or some gauze. You can use the brand new Doc Combat t-shirts, the link in my bio, but I'm going to demonstrate with gauze. The idea is we are not packing this, we are relying solely on the pressure to stop and control the bleed. So we're going to want to surround the penetrating object with our gauze or our t-shirt and hold pressure on both sides. Firm pressure will reduce the bleeding and control it. Continue to add material and hold pressure until the bleeding is controlled. Continue to hold pressure until the ambulance arrives to contain the organs and control the bleeding. The person, if they are lucid, can control the bleeding and hold the pressure by themselves. Or, if the object has been removed, you can apply an ABD pad, a sterile non-woven sponge, or a gauze pad to hold this wound shut and control any further bleeding. One final thing to remember is if they're lying on their back immobilized, their airways may begin to fill with blood or vomit. If they begin to suffocate or start having trouble breathing, you can roll their head or their top of their torso to the side to try and alleviate that fluid and let them breathe. This is a movement you can make because it's in their best interests. However, we make as little movements as possible to avoid compounding a spinal injury. This has been the Doc. Remember, shooting gets you into trouble. Tactical combat casualty care gets you out of it. Doc out.
Everything they ever have told us is a lie. They tell us that our heart is a pump. Your heart is not a pump. Your heart is a valve. Your lungs is a pump that pumps the blood to the heart. The heart is a valve mechanism that controls the cardio output of blood. Everything they tell us about everything is a lie. They tell you your hair is just hair. No, our hair is non-ether hair. It is actually an extension of your nervous system. It is used to scan the environment, and it brings all of these different melanin neurotransmitters back to your skin to tell you whether to actually engage in the environment or take fight or flight and run away. That's why you get gut feelings. That's why when you see paranormal activities, the hair on your skin stand up. So everything that they ever told us about ourselves is a lie. That dairy is good for the bones and calcium. Literally, milk actually strips the bone of calcium. You know, they tell us don't look at the sun because it will make us go blind. Sun gazing actually stimulates your pineal gland to open up your third eye. Everything they ever have told us is a lie. They will never teach you nothing to set you free, because you being enslaved mentally is how they benefit off of you. So they will never teach you anything to make you free. So we have to take everything that they ever tell us as bullshit.
Someone killed the US president. Things like this you will never hear in your lifetime, because the US president's car has these 5 features. First, the president travels in this $1.5 million car, which is also called the Beast. If someone fires a rocket at the car from a rocket launcher, nothing would happen to the car, as the doors are covered with an 8-inch thick bomb-proof covering. Secondly, if the enemy starts firing from an AK-47 and someone fires sniper rounds, the bullets would not enter the car, as it is bulletproof. Thirdly, if the enemy decides to attack from both sides, front and back, the car moving around the president's car will eliminate the threat in seconds. And if someone decides to launch an aerial attack, the president's helicopter will be alerted and an aerial battle will start. And if a missile is launched towards the car moving with the president's car has SCS technology, which will locate the missile location and protect the car from impact.
When you pump gas in your car, there's this tiny hole connected to a valve that sucks in air. This air intake keeps the fuel flowing smoothly as it fills your car. But as soon as the tank is full, the gas covers this hole, stopping the airflow and creating a vacuum inside. And this change in pressure triggers the pump to stop the flow of gas.
Every single man walking this earth needs to hear these following 30 things, just to keep him going and keep him motivated. And if you have not heard them recently, or you haven't heard them at all, let me be the first to tell you, I believe in you. You make me feel safe. I appreciate everything you do for me. I'm so proud of you. You're the strongest man I know. You're so amazing. I love the way you think. I trust you. I want you. You never cease to amaze me. I respect you. You inspire me so much. I love the man you've become. You're my best friend. I can't imagine my life without you. You're an amazing leader. I'm so lucky to have you. You make me a better person. I love you for you. You're my rock. You always know how to make me smile. I fully support you and your dreams. What can I do for you? I love learning from you. Your masculinity is so sexy. You always know how to make me feel better. You make my life better. I honor you. You're so amazing. I'm with you no matter what.
This is the Netflix reboot of the show Good Times. I think we need to boycott this one. My name is Brother Legend and I'm here to raise your consciousness. This show is already problematic for so many reasons. I'm just going to give you 3 and keep it pushing. The first one is, how you going to have a show talking about black people and the black struggle and black families, and it's produced by 2 members of the Cauliflower Coalition? I've never seen Steph Curry's name in the credits before, but I feel like he's just there as a token. But this is something Seth MacFarlane is known to do. For those of you that don't know, Seth MacFarlane is the creator of Family Guy and The Cleveland Show. You can't find me one show about a white family with all black producers. But somehow, this guy has gotten away with 4 seasons of making fun of black stereotypes and black trauma. Not to mention, this is the voice actor of the father in the show, which is literally blackface. Aside from the stereotypes of obesity and promiscuous curvy women, the second reason it's problematic is because in the Good Times reboot, Seth MacFarlane once again adultifies a young black boy. The adultification of young black boys is the reason why they get longer sentences and more incarcerated. It's the reason they have a harder time in school and are more likely to be disciplined. But to Seth MacFarlane, this is funny somehow, because in Good Times, he's decided to include a drug-dealing baby in the show. And I can go into this a lot further, but I'm going to keep it pushing, like I said. The last reason this is problematic is because it's literally the reason John Amos, the dad from the original Good Times, left the show. After 3 long seasons, John Amos left the show because he didn't like the direction of the character JJ. You know, the one whose catchphrase was dynamite. He felt the show was focusing too much on JJ's comedic antics at the expense of other important serious storylines. Additionally, Amos had concerns about the lack of diversity in the writing team and how the scripts portrayed African American characters. He believed that the white writers' perceptions of black family and black fatherhood did not align with his own experiences, and basically it wasn't reflective of reality. And so here we are once again with a Good Times reboot with characters that aren't reflective of black reality, written by and executive produced by non-black people. If you want part 2, I can get into it. Let me know. One love.